I'm Lauren Kelly.
And I'm Chelsea Beers, and you are listening to...
It's ApPARENT. Because for some people, it's just not obvious.
A weekly podcast where we discuss and laugh about parenting, all the joys and sorrows, and all the special parts of us that died as individuals. While drinking booze.
Cheers!
Hi, everybody.
Hi. I don't know if you guys heard that extra voice, but...
Oh, yeah.
We have a guest.
We have a little guesty guest.
Cheers.
Hey. Cheers, everybody.
What's really strange is that I had to have a guest because Chelsea quit drinking for October.
Okay, first of all...
And here I am.
I need a drinking partner. Thank you, Carrie.
In all my glory.
Carrie Tides.
Carrie Tides, we've been friends since time began, and that's true. I am not drinking. I'm doing Sober-tober, so we'll see how long.
Is that genuinely like a thing? Sober-tober?
Well, people are hashtagging it Sober-October, and I don't think that that's cute enough, so I want to call it Sober-tober, and now I'll be involved in it.
Good.
So I created my own hashtag.
Is Sober-tober only like half the month?
Oh, no.
The whole...
No.
Like 31 days.
31, yeah, wow. I know.
How can you be sober on Halloween?
On Halloween,
with kids?
I know. But I feel like Halloween,
that's the end.
Most months have 30, so if I stop at 30, I feel like I kind of did it.
You know what you sound like? You sound like the law of attraction, where it's like, oh, I thought about having, $50,000 by the end of the year, and I made 48.9, and I'm feeling pretty good about that.
No.
If you get to the 25th, I feel like that's.
Okay.
I
feel like you'll be very proud of me if I make it past the 25th day.
I made it to 5 p.m.
On the first. Cheers to that. I love it.
So that's true. I am. But okay, here's the reason why I decided to do Sober-tober. Okay, so I started seeing the hashtags of Sober-October. I saw that it was a thing. But then I'm also working out more now than I have been since I had Chance. And I feel like if I work out and I cut out alcohol, I'll see results a lot quicker, and I'll just feel a little bit better about myself.
And super bored. I mean, I don't know.
I did go to bed really early last night. Earlier than usually.
I either go to bed or I open a bottle of wine.
Right.
But what about you, Carrie?
At night, that's when I get...
Without all the sugar, yeah. I get it, but I just have 2 kids.
Right.
Every day I'm like, not today.
Right.
And then 5 o'clock, I'm like, it's absolutely happening.
Right. Because you wake up with the best intentions. Like, you wake up and you're going to be mom of the year, super mom, get everything done.
I don't know about mom of the year, but I'm going to try and
She's
make
like, just
it
mom is
day.
fine. She's like, mom. I mean, just the of the year part is
mom. Right. Of today. Mom of today. I know. It's hard with kids, especially. Yeah. Because I got, Chance yesterday was going crazy, and this house was insane. Toys were going everywhere. He was running everywhere. And I was like, all I could think about, because I said I wasn't going to drink, was all I want to do is drink. All I want to do is drink. All I want to do is drink. And it's like, that's bad.
Well, yeah, I mean, but I just feel like that's just our human psychology, because I'll do the same thing with, eating well. Today I'm going to eat really clean, and then I'm like, I really want a burger.
God, chicken nuggets are good.
Oh my God.
Right.
And yeah, especially if the kids don't finish theirs, I'm like, oh,
well, mine.
Don't want to throw these in the garbage.
Wait till your kids start growing, and Carrie could probably attest to this. When they start growing, you're like, I'll just make them a couple extra, but if they eat that, so then you make a couple extra more just in case, so that you will have some leftovers.
And then you're like, no, you're done. Those are mine. Back up.
You ate them all? Rude. What did I teach you about sharing?
Oh my God.
Well, cheers to you. I hope that works out for you.
Well, we'll
see. If you change your mind, you know where I live.
Stay tuned, bitches. We'll see. I don't know. But Carrie's here. Carrie has 2 kids. How old are your kids?
6 and 3, almost 4.
Oh, 2 boys.
Hence the reason why 5 o'clock is so important. But I've heard that boys, at this age, get easier, when they get older. That it switches for girls. Girls are really easy when they're young.
Uh-huh.
And then they get more difficult and more demanding. Right now, my oldest is kind of like a 13-year-old teenage girl. Right? He's, super emotional.
So his period started.
Right.
And,
he's like, ah. He was looking at himself in the mirror the other day and was like, Mom, do you think my belly looks big? And I was like, what?
So sad.
Nope, that's not a thing at all.
Right.
And that a 6-year-old would even think that to me, I was just like, wow.
Yeah.
Well, especially a 6-year-old male.
Right.
Because you'd think, I mean, I could see it from a female without a doubt with all the, social media and with, magazines and just the way that we advertise
it's
things.
It feels organic that a male, also a male boy would
feel the same way.
Like see
Correct.
that stigma happening and automatically put him on itself too.
Correct.
Like that seems very natural.
It's just weird because it must be a school thing, because at home I don't like weigh myself or talk about that kind of stuff, so it must be like a societal peer thing, because it's not like a home thing.
Right.
Which is very interesting.
Because we don't know about the outside influences that these kids are getting, like at school or daycare or like stuff like that. And it's you don't know, like you have teenage boys, so it's like,
oh, I know what they're getting. Oh, I know exactly what they're getting, and it's terrifying. And we've talked about it a lot on the show.
Yeah.
Carrie, it's interesting hearing you say, oh, it gets better, easier because they're boys.
You're supposed to lie to me right now.
I can't. and anybody who's had a conversation with me about teens in general, but my boys especially, it's difficult. And it's mainly difficult not because of who they are as individuals. It's difficult because of these outside influences that they're seeing at school and their friends. And, perfect example, cell phones for us are, okay, you screwed up, give me your cell phone. You lost it. Well, then now they're the only kids that can't go on social media on their phones anymore because they've misused it, watching porn and everything else. So now they're kind of like odd men out. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
And that sucks too, because you don't want to create an uncomfortable, atmosphere for your kids. But you also have to say, listen, you guys have to have some form of responsibility. And especially in today's, I'll tell you, my biggest fear, and I've been thinking about it a lot, especially with all this Kavanaugh crap going on for the last month.
Yeah, dude.
I'm terrified for my boys. Mm-hmm. And because I really think they have to be more careful than they did in the past. And for someone like me who has a very weird sense of humor, and I know I've done things where, good friends of mine in LA, we have this thing where we just grab each other's ass. Girlfriends of mine. And now we have this thing where we'll say, oh, I can't wait to grab your ass. Oh, with consent, though. With consent. And it's like us as women, we have to be mindful. And I'm just terrified for my kids who are right in the middle of this. My body's completely changing and my penis is hard all the time and I don't know what the fuck to do. How do I teach them what is right and what is wrong when they could very easily do something right and some girl or guy could have an issue with them, and this could be something that they choose to fight? And that's, I'm not saying that is always the case, because it's not, right? Our goal as parents is to not raise assholes, right? But I can't imagine them getting through their whole life and not slipping up with something, even if it's just an off-color joke.
Right. Well, yeah, I mean, it's obviously we don't want to
Especially with me
raise
as a mom.
assholes, but we also don't want to raise pushovers, right? So there's a fine line.
Right, there's that
right?
fine line. Yeah, totally.
So how much do you shelter them from it? Because they're going to learn from the real world regardless of whatever we set them up for, right? So I think it's also our job as parents to give them realistic expectations of what's going to happen in the real world, rather than like sheltering them and being like, oh no, this kind of thing doesn't happen. So yeah, like having responsibility for sure is definitely something that needs to happen, and being responsible for your own actions, and then also just realizing that we're all human and we're going to make mistakes, and it's like a normal part of the process of growing, and that's the only way we can learn.
Yeah. Challenging to make mistakes too. I mean, I know you do that, Chelsea, with Chance, where it's like, oh, he's outside playing, if he falls or hits something or whatever, you pick him up, dust him off, and kind of let him keep going. It's not a matter of don't show emotion or be upset, right? Because we don't want to shelter that either,
right? Because like I have the youngest of the boys. We're all boy moms, and I have the youngest out of all 5 of the boys represented here, and it is hard at this stage to not baby them or not to let them fall and get bruised, to let them fall and learn from their mistakes. You know what I mean? Like, and it's hard to watch that because you go through all the bad things, bad scenarios that could happen, they run through your mind so fast, and it's like, okay, this could happen, this could happen, this could happen, and then you just sit and watch, and it's like, ugh, like you just wait, ugh. But then they learn from that, you know, and it's one of those hard things. And sure, right now it's like if he falls off a slide, you know, but then as they grow up, the falling off a slide becomes more and more influential and serious. You know what I mean? When they're 17, falling off a slide could be getting someone pregnant. You know what I mean? Like,
no shit.
Right. That's a big ass slide. You know?
It is. It is.
So
seriously, that's when I'll give them their social media back. You know what? Just watch porn. Just watch porn.
Take your goddamn phone.
Keep your dipper in the zipper and watch porn. Yeah, I know it is. It's terrifying, but that's my point. You know, think about that. And this is, you know, me always not being able to shut my damn brain off. But I've thought about that. What if one of my kids gets someone pregnant and it's an innocent, well, not innocent, but, well, innocent.
I mean,
in the sense of, you know, they're both connected, and the mom of the girl decides, no, they did this. That's a possibility. In today's,
especially now.
Today's days,
yeah.
That is, and that's terrifying for me because, frankly, you know, you always look at your kids too, and it's like, I want them to feel comfortable, especially with the sex stuff. You know, just like you want your son to feel comfortable with his body image.
Right.
I mean, one of the things is me as a woman growing up with guys that weren't comfortable with their body, that was such a distraction for me because I was dealing with my own issues. So all these things we want to teach them, but we can't. Well, we can, but we're not. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink.
You can guide them. Yeah, you can guide them. Yeah, exactly. But inevitably, it's going to be, you know, how they look at it, how they want to react, how they want to respond, and then, you know, and then ultimately how they want to deal with what circumstances come from their decisions. So.
Well, right, because we're not like trying to clone them into like make them into these people that we want them to be. We're like guiding them into their own little personalities and, you know, their own people rather than like, this is who you're going to be and don't do this and don't do that. I mean, we have to do that with like limitations, right? Just to make sure everybody's safe, but then also let them explore who they are as an individual.
Yeah, I think you said it perfect when you said failure and screwing up is part of the process. Yeah. I always challenge the kids to do that. I say, if you're not screwing up here and there, then you're not trying hard enough. You're not doing it right. Because if you live only within my boundaries and you don't ever test waters in one way or the other, then I'm not trying to create another me.
Right.
I want you to have your own opinions, and they very much do now. Some of them are very silly.
Oy vey.
But their brains aren't fully developed either until they're 23 or so. Right. So that's another part of it. You got to remember that. You got these kids that seem like adults.
That's crazy.
And they're being exposed to a lot of stuff that adults get exposed to, but they literally can't comprehend in their brain what is right and wrong. And I remember being a teen, you know, and I think that's why I look back when I was a kid, and I hate saying that because that makes me feel so old, but that's why it was simpler then, because our brains weren't fully developed.
And we didn't have all of the external influences. I remember when I was 6, I wasn't thinking about like my body or what anybody else was thinking. I'm like riding my bike and ripping around and playing outside. Totally. Now it's like, I can't even let my kids go and do that. I would go out until, you know, my mom rang the dinner bell literally at dark, right? And it's like, time to come home.
Where'd you grow up? At a farm?
In Felton in the Santa Cruz Mountains.
Oh, yeah.
So like, it would be dusk and it's time to go home, and I would
ding, ding, ding.
Right?
Cool. That's fun, though.
But I can't do that with my kids. I can't be like, peace,
go
for 5 hours, have fun with your friends, and come back at the age of 6. Like, that's just not.
No, we don't even do that with our boys now. I mean, they're out riding around in town, and you know, guys, we've talked about it. Benicia, where we all live, right, Carrie? Because you're here now.
Correct. On the other side of the town.
Right. We're not so far. You can like spit over there. But you know, our boys will go out and they'll ride their bikes and stuff. But we just say check in. You know, so throughout the day, let's say it's a day off, they're checking in a couple times a day. Mm-hmm. They're still in Benicia.
Right.
If they leave, you know, if they go to Martinez, they'll let us know. But otherwise, it's still, you're right. 17, I was driving. I was like, bye, I'm going to LA.
Oh, totally. I could not wait to get my license. At 15, I had my permit. At 16, like, it was like clockwork. Like, this is what you do. This is what you do. I couldn't wait to get my license and just drive around town.
It's just different.
It is. Oh, it's totally different now. Yeah, all the social media and all the, I mean, it's crazy. I said this before. There's a guy that I know who's a teacher in Oakland, and he used to take kids' cell phones before class, and that's how he would take roll. You know, he was like, you drop it off in your number, and then you're here because your phone is in the pocket. But now he can't do that because so many kids are getting paid from YouTube and from social media that they actually help pay rent. So now the school has made it illegal for him to take phones from kids. And
okay.
That is terrifying.
That pisses me off. Okay, I'm sorry. Because I don't know about you girls, but I've been fucking broke. And taking money from your child, whether it's raised on social media or a lemonade stand, is just plain, flat out stupid and wrong. If you want to create an account for them, you want to create a college fund for them, absolutely. But if you're using that money to pay your damn rent, then you have absolutely no right. Unless literally you can't work, or you know what I mean. There are special circumstances.
Right. And I think that there definitely are circumstances. I'm just playing devil's advocate. But I think there definitely has to be some circumstances to why these kids are, you know, making this much money and helping pay rent, blah, 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 blah. Like Chance made money acting. At the age of 10 months. And he made a check. But that check is sitting in an account right now. I haven't touched it. It hasn't gone anywhere. Because that to me is his money.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Like, that to me, he earned that.
Well, we do that with Derek now.
He didn't know what was happening, but he earned that money.
Right.
So it's like...
My oldest has a job. He takes his check to the bank. He puts it in. It's in a custodial account. So he needs a parent to sign for it, his dad. But he takes a little bit out for himself for spending, which was my recommendation. You can't make him want to work if he's never allowed the fruits of his labor. But the majority of his checks, he puts into the bank for himself. This is his money.
Right.
And, you know, the goal is that he realizes that he's got an opportunity to save something, especially when you got parents that are paying for everything else.
Right. Yeah. And there's something to that. There's something to spending your own money that you made. When I was a kid and I got like my first few paychecks, I was like so excited. Mm-hmm. I was so excited.
$4.25 an hour was what I made my first job.
Oh my God.
Oof. Well, we do that with we don't have any paychecks. We're not getting any royalties from any acting careers yet. Yet. But we do that with birthday money and Christmas money. I have accounts for each of the boys. And then if there's something that they like totally super want, I mean, the 3-year-old not so much because he doesn't really get it yet. But the 6-year-old is like, if he keeps asking and asking for something, then I'm like, cool. If you really want it, do you want to buy it with your money? Mm-hmm. Or do you want to buy it with my money? Because if you want to buy it with just my money, then clearly it's not that big of a want or big of a need to you. If you're not willing to spend your own money. Because you have X amount of dollars in your bank account. Do you want to spend that much money on your thing?
I like that. That's interesting. My mom always said there's need and want are different things. That was her phrase.
Right.
Because I'd say, I want this. Need and want are different.
Yeah, absolutely.
And but that, I feel, is teaching the same damn thing. That's cool. I like that. Yeah. What does he say most of the time? I'll have your money.
No, like, I'm cool, but he's been really wanting the Minecraft app.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Because that's a big thing.
Yeah.
And right now he's into, which I'm sure a lot of kids are getting paid watching the fucking videos.
Of the kids playing the videos. I know, but we all watch HGTV. I saw a meme like that when someone said, why does my kid sit there and watch somebody else play video games and then I'm watch myself most of the time watching HGTV and Fixer Upper?
Right, because I wrote a joke about that. Because I said, well, I watched Chopped. I watched Bachelor. I watched everyone else living full lives, and I'm just sitting on my ass watching it, and then I'm yelling at him like, why are you watching someone else play a fucking video game?
Or we're on Instagram or Facebook.
So you don't worry about that, the app of him like becoming kind of addicted, because you know that's a thing. I saw that on Dr. Phil the other day.
Yeah.
That being addicted to these video games is a thing. It's a legit thing, and they have a rehab for people that are addicted to gaming.
Because there are people that are our age that don't know how to function in society because
they live in World of Warcraft or whatever. No, or they do reenact.
LARPing? Yeah, we talked about that on our show. So we like that.
Yes, I am very concerned, and we have like a limited amount of screen time, and so we'd kind of do this like share of, well, if you do X amount of like reading, playing this, then you get X amount of
That's perfect.
Yeah. Oh, that's
well, because that's also teaching work ethic. Correct. I got to get this done before I can, what the term I used for the boys, I said, you have to earn your free time, or you earn your freedom.
Right.
You don't just get to wake up and then sit in front of the TV for 5 hours. You got stuff you got to get that done first. And, you know, I sound like an asshole, I think. They think I'm a jerk when I say it. But the truth is, it is teaching real life. I mean, you said you start drinking at 5 o'clock. I mean, awesome for you, right? I mean, my days off, I'm like, who's serving brunch? We can have it right here, right now, with some mimosas aka Just Bubbles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but all week long. And one of the kids said something like that the other day. We were having an argument, and this is the new thing that they're doing, and this is very much a teenager thing that you guys have to look forward to.
Yay!
When they get in trouble for something that they did, they will manipulate the conversation and make it about you.
Oh. Mine already does that.
Oh, gosh. And it's bad.
God.
It's bad. So, oh, well, you guys always say, we don't have any money, or I don't have any, you guys can't afford this for me, but then you guys go and get your windows tinted. Yeah, I'm a grown-up. I pay for the house. I pay for everything else. Yeah, I got my windows tinted, kid. You don't deserve that money.
Right.
So then I see this meme. It made me literally cry, laugh. When it said, when your kids tell you that you never buy them anything, and the meme had pictures of the sink with a bow on it, and the toilet paper with a bow on it, and, you know, the light switch with a bow on it, and it's like, yeah, I don't pay for anything. I don't take care of you.
And all your food and your clothes.
Mm-hmm.
No, my 6-year-old and I have that conversation frequently because I work from home most of the time. So when I pick him up from school and bring him home, he sees me on my computer a lot, and he sees me on my phone a lot because I work from my phone. I can answer emails from my phone. So it's been an issue where he's like, well, you get screen time. And I was like, motherfucker, that is different. I am not on there gaming it out, playing Mario Kart. Like,
and they don't get it.
They don't get it.
Because they will never, I can't say they'll never work from these devices, because God knows their whole entire life might be on computers. But you're right.
And I feel that there's part of me that feels really guilty because I get chance, 4 to 5 times a week, 4 to 5 days a week, and I try to get most of my work done on the days that I don't have him. Because the days that I do have him and I'm sitting on my computer and I'm working, there's part of me that does feel guilty. I'm like, man, he's really only getting a percentage of me right now. Mm-hmm. And this isn't fair to him. You know what I mean?
But like we were just talking about, that's part of it. You said you were up last night, middle of the night, almost middle of the night, after you had gone to bed.
Right.
Working.
Middle of the night sober is
in
much
bed.
earlier than middle of the night drinking.
It sure is. No kidding. It's like, it's 9:30. Good night. Yeah. Good night. Not even done with the show. Your favorite show. You're like, I can't. DVR that shit. But that's part of it. That's the flexibility that you have. And now then you were able to work for a half hour. And I do the same thing with my skincare business. I can literally work in my bed at home. Same thing online, a lot of it. Same with the acting. It's all on computers. So it's a good point. And my boys don't have the verbiage, but I bet they feel the same damn way when we're sitting there limiting them.
Right.
Well, and it was funny because I sat there and I said, all right, well, here's the alternative. Like, you can come home and I still have to work and I have to be on my phone and I have to be on my computer. Or you can go to daycare and you can go and sit there with other kids after school. Mm-hmm. And he's like, oh, just kidding.
Right.
It's fine. Like I didn't.
Right. Either way, I'm gonna get my work done.
Right.
Do you want to?
You're not gonna go to daycare and sit there and stare at an iPad. You're gonna go to daycare and you're gonna finish your homework and you're gonna do so.
Right.
Work is work.
Work is work.
That's what we tell the kids. School is work until you have a job. And then so now my oldest is working. He's like, so which one's more important? I'm like, get back grades. You'll find out real quick because I will go in and quit for you. School comes first until you're done.
Absolutely. That is your job. That's your job until you have a job. And never mind.
I know. Then we talked about that on a recent show about careers. And
I'm never done with school.
I know.
I feel like I'm always learning.
Right.
Yeah. One of my roommates she's taking a class right now, and she's like, I just finished my homework. It's like 8:45 at night. Aren't you so glad you're done with school? And I'm like,
literally just put a book down.
Right. And part of me is like, I actually liked that. I liked having the structure of do this, read this, do this, and then you're done. Like, I kind of loved that structure of school because then you're an adult, and it's like, oh, I can do whatever I want. Oh, okay.
I can open wine at... Damn it. I know. Why is there only 4 glasses in this bottle?
I like the structure of school. I liked school a lot. I did. But, but I do like making money more, so...
Well, that's what my son said. We asked him about his job. He works for Taco Bell. And we said, so what do you think? How's work? And he goes, I mean, it sucks, but makes me money, so. And think about it, he's not even spending all of it. Half of it's just sitting there.
Right. But he'll be happy when he has that, available to him. It's like, I earned all of this. It's a lot of money.
Yeah. And watching him when he came home with his first paycheck, those are the wins, man. I'll tell you what, you might want to pull out your hair every damn day, and this is not a boy or girl thing. I don't know. I've never had girls, but people who are like, oh, you have boys, you're lucky. I'm like, no. You're a parent. Nowadays, you want to pull out your hair at least 14 times a day, you walk around here like you got alopecia, and you can't fucking get enough alcohol in you. And then you get this win when they come home and their whole body is shining because they're just like, I killed it. And you're like, yes! Like, I'm your biggest cheerleader. And you can't beat those. I wish they were more often.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
But they come.
Few and far between.
Seriously.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah.
So how's the toddler lives going for you guys? How many diapers do you guys go through?
Not her.
I don't.
She's
were both
amazing.
potty trained by the age of a year and a half.
How did you do that?
I did cloth diapers, and I think that they don't like to be wet. So, and then after we did cloth diapers, then it was we did a little seance and said goodbye to the diapers and put big boy pants on, and I did this thing called.
Did you say seance?
Yeah.
What did you do? Stop. Tell me.
We threw them away.
Okay.
We threw the diapers away, and then I went and took them out to buy underwear that they wanted, like character underwear at Target or whatever. So, obviously it was at different times. They got to pick out whichever underwear they wanted. So we threw the diapers away. We said goodbye to them, and we're like, bye diapers. We'll never see you again. And then we're like, yay, we have big boy pants now. Then it's called How to Potty Train Your Child in 3 Days, I think is the name of the book.
Okay.
It's online, and you spend 3 days with them, and it's basically you just have to super, super pay attention to the kid. And when they look like they're about to pee or they look like they're about to poop, and you're like, here, we go to the potty. So you have to be totally on it and to intuitively know when they're about to go to the bathroom. So you take them to the toilet so that they figure out how to go to the bathroom.
Literally like puppy training.
Right.
Right.
It's like a crash course.
Puppy training your
and
kid.
And you leave them naked outside. They're naked outside.
Underwear only.
I feel like we talked about this on the show,
didn't we? Because I talked with her. And I was like, she potty trained her kids.
Wow,
in
Carrie, I'm impressed.
14 minutes. And, I mean, it blows my mind. But here's the trick with that.
1.5?
Yeah.
Here's the trick with that.
That's amazing.
Is that now we're going to get serious for a second here. Okay?
We weren't before.
Take a sip.
No. Now it's getting serious.
I might need another glass.
So, at this time when you were potty training your boys, were you in a relationship with one of their dads?
Let's see. Number 1, it was mostly me. Mm-hmm. Number 2 was with Dad.
Okay.
But I was still the one that was at home every day. Dad was still at work.
Right. Okay. Right. So here's my thing: is that
it was me.
I'm definitely now thinking about potty training Chance and moving more towards that. We talk about potties every single day. We recognize the potty and what it is, and we do that every single day. But my whole fear is that I will do a lot of work towards potty training, and then he'll go to a weekend with his dad, and it'll all go away. And that's what I'm a little bit nervous about, is Josh and I are on very good terms, and, we're on the same page when it comes to certain things, and he's actually starting to reach out to me and ask me questions. I noticed that Chance is saying this. Is he saying this around you, and what does this mean, and stuff like that. So he's actually asking me questions, which is great. It feels great that we're at that point.
Hell yeah.
But that just makes me a little bit nervous, is will he be that devoted time-wise and attention-wise to keeping that new learned skill in effect?
I mean,
you know what I mean?
That's going to be your life forever.
Yeah, I think it is. And that's why it's scary.
I think that's tough, and I would say that if it was me, what I would do, and this is just me, I would start it when I would get him back one day, and I would start it from day 1, and then just this is what happens at Mom's house. Don't send him with diapers. Don't put him in diapers. If he's going to do that at his house, eventually Chance is going to catch on, and he's not going to even want to wear them.
Yeah, that's true.
Because he's going to feel empowered to be look at me, I'm a big boy, especially if he's hanging out with, other kids that are older who aren't in diapers. I think that for them it's a very empowering thing to be able to have more control over their body and to be able to be like, no, I'm going to go poop in the toilet because I'm a big boy. Like, that for them is something that I think they get, that, like, fires them up and they get excited about it. So.
Yeah.
And then if he does it at his house, then, I mean, you're not going to have control over anything that happens at his house from here on out.
Forever.
Right.
Yeah, and that's...
I wouldn't let the fear stop you from doing what you want to do, and he's going to do whatever he wants regardless.
Hey, and you know what? What's the worst case scenario? It's another one of my mom's phrases. God, I sound like her more and more every day. What the worst case scenario is that this is how he is at your house, and he's a different person at his dad's, and you know that sucks. That's but true. It is what it is.
And that's true now. You know, that's true now. He knows that he doesn't get a pacifier at my house, but Josh knows that he'll go down easier at night if he has a pacifier. Right. And I'm like, but he's turning 2.5. Like, we're at the point where this is done. You have to stop that. You know, so he does things that were so normal for Chance at this stage in life, you know, in his beginning. But because, you know, Josh is used to it, he's like, well, we can keep doing that. And I'm like, no, we need to move forward. We need to you know, evolve. Let's help the growth happen. So, I don't know.
I'd do it. I like what Carrie said. Hey, starting next week, you get him, boom, done. By Wednesday, he's going to the bathroom. I can't even imagine. My mind's still blown.
I know.
Like, I kind of want to have a baby just to try it.
I know. When she told me that, I was like, excuse me?
Like, I'll totally have 6 days just to see if I can, because I did it with my dog.
And 3 sunrises, like, your kid is asking to go to the bathroom. Like,
I mean, it's not like
mind.
we didn't have accidents, but they were a lot less. And I didn't believe in, like, doing pull-ups at night either, because I feel like that leads to more confusion, because at least if they pee themselves in bed at night, then they wake up and they're like, oh shit, I just peed the bed.
Right.
Not like,
instead of
I can just comfortably pee in bed, then they're just going to keep doing that, right? So it has to be, like, cold turkey.
Wow.
Because then if you don't do cold
Day
turkey...
2 and not drinking, how you feeling now, motherfucker?
Oh my God.
Shit just got real.
Seriously, she's like, hand me a dirty diaper right now.
Wow.
Also, I was done with diapers. I was like, fuck diapers. I don't ever want to change another diaper again.
Right.
So this is what we're doing. And if he pooped in his underwear, I'd be like, that's going in the trash.
Makes sense, though.
It does. It's just that, you know, there's a little hesitation in me, a little anxiety. I should say anxiety, because it's not hesitation. I do want to potty train Chance. I'm excited to potty train Chance, but you know, there is a little bit of anxiety and just
it's normal.
Yeah, and that's the single parent life. They have
to be trained before they can go to school, right? Or to childcare.
Certain ones,
yeah. And I would say that, like, if it's something that you're going to do, I would say, like, plan to be home for those 3 days. It's not like, we're going to go to the park and see how we do with potty training. It's like, it's more of you, like, totally, like, paying attention to your kid and seeing when they have those cues and when they want to go to the bathroom. It's like
actually being a parent.
Just kidding. I'm out. I'm out. Fuck it, I'm drinking. Here we go.
3 days.
That's the limit.
Carrie, we loved having you on the show.
Yay!
You are welcome back anytime.
Thanks for having me.
Anytime.
But come back when I'm drinking. I'm more fun.
So where can people find you? You work, but what else do you do for your spare time?
I teach yoga at Shea Power Studio, Booty Yoga, and I am a master trainer that leads certifications for booty yoga teachers around the country. Yeah.
You can find her on Instagram at Carrie Tides Yoga.
Carrie Tides Yoga.
Carrie Tides Yoga. Look it up. She's a
Follow
badass.
the butt shaking.
She can shake her ass better than any black girl
I know. I told her when she made you that birthday cake, I said,
cake.
How come her butt doesn't shake? How come you can't put it on a pendulum or something? Just
put like hydraulics.
A little vibrator.
A little pocket rocket in there. Hey, you can check us out individually on our websites, chelseabierce.com and lauren-kelly.com, to see all the super exciting things we're up to.
And make sure that you like, follow, and share. We're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter at It's Apparent Pod.
And if you wouldn't mind, please review us. We'd love that.
Yeah, make it count. We out.
Boom. Bye.